We begin in West Africa, where election observers in Nigeria have tasked stakeholders, including the nation's Independent National Electoral Commission, to ensure the smooth running of the upcoming governorship polls in Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi states, and that they are also transparent and credible. Some of them spoke to newsmen in the nation's capital, Abuja, ahead of the elections, which commence in less than 24 hours, calling on participating candidates, political parties, and other stakeholders to ensure the process is peaceful and void of incidences. Now, Idong Joseph compiled this report. As Nigerians in Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi states set to head to the polls to elect new governors, the commitment of the key democratic institutions like the nation's electoral body, security agencies, and the executive to restore public confidence in the process will be tested again. With over 5 million permanent voters cards already collected in the 3 states above, election stakeholders have raised concerns over some issues which might likely affect voters' turnout.
In Imo, the state residents have complained of how over 7,000 hotel rooms across Owerri had been allegedly booked for 8 nights for the purpose of inviting miscreants and thugs ahead of the forthcoming gubernatorial elections, and that is worrisome. This has actually made residents, to fear that the outcome might be violent.
Yaga Africa projects low voter turnout in the respective states owing to the spate of pre-election violence, a deep sense of citizens' distrust, apparent fear of intimidation, voter fatigue, and loss of faith in elections as a means to achieving democratic leadership.
There have been concerns of abuse of power, of incumbency, by governors instituting policies to suppress dissent and opposition party voices in their states. This trend is harmful to our democracy, and associated spikes in cases of pre-election violence in these states raises concerns for voter turnout in affected areas.
While advocating for a last-minute effort to build the confidence of the electorate, they urged the nation's electoral umpire to resist any attempt that will sabotage the process. They say while their pre-election observation exercises reveal expected volatility in the 3 states, there is a need for security agencies to be neutral and professional.
Yaga Africa calls on the Interagency Consultative Committee on Election Security, ICES, to ensure that security personnel deployed for the elections comply with the Code of Conduct on Election Security.
We are by this press conference calling on the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Nigeria, the Inspector General of the Police, to ensure that the police must remain neutral without aiding and supporting any particular candidate against their opponent.
As the political atmosphere in Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi heightens up ahead of the polls, political actors and stakeholders have been tasked to do all they can to ensure that the elections go on smoothly and becomes a success.